Hey, good looking. Your birthday present just got delivered by FedEx. You want to go outside and look at it?
Okay.
Okie dokie, come on. Alright, FedEx came and delivered her package. Took forever. That's a whole new story. FedEx really dropped the ball. And they banged up the box pretty bad. But I opened it up, inspected it. Everything's pretty good. So this is her bike. I didn't tell her that the box is all beat up. But I'll film her coming out for her surprise when she opens it, and then we'll do a little unboxing and get together. Wow, look at the size of that battery. And while we're waiting for it to come on, just rearrange the blocks, put in more. So now you can get in that side of the Jeep. We get in that side of the Jeep and into her car without dragging dirt in. I just got to do another row. So for her birthday, we moved the pressure washer trailer over that I keep here, so she has room to sit down and do stuff. Man, the things you do for your wife's birthday. Okay, here she comes. Yay! Happy birthday. I just want to tell you, FedEx messed the box up, so don't let the box. Sorry it's so late, but I couldn't.
Sometimes ugly has the prettiest things in it.
Guess what it is? Guess what it is? Guess?
A horse.
A horse!
A horseless carriage.
No. No, princess. No horseless carriage this time around.
Well, I would call this woo-hoo bicycle a horseless carriage.
Nice.
I carry my thing right down the road.
Holy cow, look at that. So it's going to take me a little while to get out of this box. I'll put it together for you. I opted to get you the one.
That's something. That is something else.
Yeah. Well, I hope you like it. I got to put the pedals on. I got to put the front end on.
I always loved riding a bicycle.
But you know what I'm upset about? You got the nice back rack, and I think you have a front rack on this, which I don't have. So I may be using your bike to go down and get groceries. Because mine don't got one. So let me get her together.
That's for the picnic basket.
Oh, yeah.
And that's for my purse.
Ah.
Or Toto.
Didn't the Wicked Witch have, I was just going to say, didn't she have a little thing with the picnic basket up front?
Toto in the front. Yes, 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 yes.
All right, let's get it out of here and get her together for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. Okay, now that we got all the box open, we just got to, I took the padding off of here and here. Everything looks pretty good. The only scratches I really see is right here at the very front. Some of that's like a gluish kind of thing, but that's some scratches. But you know what? Coming from China to New York to here to whatever, I'm really not going to complain. I know that Tony, a little bit right there. Yeah, that's the other. But nothing is dented, nothing's busted. You know, I could call Tony up and say, hey, it's scratched, and he would actually send me another one, but I'm not going to do that. All right, we got all the stuff off it except that other side. It's looking pretty good. Opened up the accessories. We got the pedals, the light, and look at that charger. That's smaller than the charger for my chopper. But that's even smaller. Nice job. When I look at this, that size of that battery in the control box, it's really, really nice. So the first step is I just unscrewed the one little nut to put the handlebars on like that. Then I'll flip it over and we'll put on the front tire and stuff. Just want to point out, when you take these out, see that little washer there? So there is a washer for both of these, and right on top here there's this little spacer that's going to go right like that. So make sure you put that in before you put the handlebars on. In order to rotate the handlebars far enough up, I've got to unloosen these two little screws here so that the control pad will go this way some. So let me do that. All right, we got that kind of just thumb screwed in there. So it looks like, you know, the screws I just showed you, this one down here, so these handlebars can go this way. And of course this right here is another adjustment, so it can go up like that. And down here you got two more screws, so I don't know how far up this neck will come. And then all the way on the side you got two screws for left or right. At the very top, I guess that thing just is like a stopper in the old days, where it tightens the whole gizmo up as well. So I'll mess with all those adjustments once we get the wipe out here. But for now, We're going to turn it upside down and put the wheel on. Uncle Craig, bike expert. Now that I turn the forks around the way they're supposed to go, I put the handlebars on backwards. So we'll just take those off and spin them around. What a goofus. Okay guys, right there on the end of those threads, you see those numbers? One says WL for left, and one says WR for right. So WR goes on the right. I hope you can see that. If you're looking at the pedals from this view, this is turning clockwise this way, and this one's turning that way as well, but that's actually counterclockwise. So that's how you know you got them right. So don't booger up the threads, make sure you put them in right. Alright guys, we're going to break up the birthday festivity a little bit. Festivities, and tell you a little bit of some of the things that come on this bike just to let you know what's going on. So those are 26-inch wheels, I believe 195. They hold between 40 to 65 pounds of air. I'm only putting 45 in them. They seem pretty tight at that. That's a huge battery. I believe that's a 48 volt by 20 amp hours. So that's part of the reason why you can get over 40 miles on this bike on a charge. So that's pretty impressive. Another nice thing about that battery is on this, if you look at it, you'll see that it has a locking mechanism. You can actually turn that to unlock and pull this little handle out right down here. Dink! And then that whole battery will come out so you can take it and charge it somewhere. Of course, it's black. Thing weighs about 70 pounds. Charges in 4 to 6 hours, which is relatively quick. I like that. It does have 2 cargo racks. It has Shimano shifters and gears. See there, Shimano. Now it does have disc brakes. They're not hydraulic, but they're much better than center pull brakes. So you'll want to make sure they're, adjusted good. It does have the front light. It does have the spring shocks. It does have front and back luggage rack, which mine doesn't have. The hub down there is a 500 watt hub, but that's a gearless hub. Now, if you remember on my chopper, it had a geared hub. Those are a little more robust for going off the line fast and for like hills and things like that, off-roading or whatever you want to call it. That's why the chopper has fat tires. This one is built for a little more efficiency and speed. So it has the smaller tires. It's more for in-town riding and smooth highways. Of course, you can go up hills. I went up the same hills I went up my chopper at 18 miles an hour, with just using the throttle without pedal assist at 18 miles an hour. So it goes just as well up the hills around here. Now maybe if you lived in San Francisco or a mountainside, might be a little different. It does have that nice padded seat. But back to that hub, it's made for efficiency. So that's the other equation of getting those 40 miles to a charge. When you get up to speed, it'll maintain, the higher speeds much more efficient than the chopper will, because the chopper has those gears dragging all the time. So this is pedal assist. It has, I believe, the 5 magnets in there like the chopper does, and that little ring down there. And then of course you can adjust the gear in the control panel. So it's pedal assist, and or if you just get tired of pedaling, you hold down the throttle and you can just keep on cruising. It has much more adjustment in the handlebars than the chopper did, which is kind of nice for up and down and sideways, and even this tilt. So the wife fit on it pretty good. She is 5'3". Both of her toes just barely touch the ground, which she likes. She is older. That's why we got the step through. We're both a little older. I'm not saying that to be mean to my wife, but that's why we got the step through. So I would say if you're 5'4" or more with a 29-inch inseam, I think is my wife's inseam, this bike will fit you. If you're a little older, it is 70 pounds. So like all electric bikes, it's a little heavier. But all in all, she seems to be very pleased with it. Like I said, I'm pleased with it. The only thing I didn't like is FedEx beat it up a little bit. But other than scratches and just that little fender that I gotta, mess around with a little bit that rubs, everything else is fine. And even that's fine. I just gotta play with it a little. And so I'm real happy Tony did another bang-up job putting this together. So let's get back to the birthday festivities. Oh, I almost forgot. It is a 7-speed, okay? So there's no double ring up there. It's a 7-speed. So if you're in the low speed, it's very, very easy to pedal. And of course, if you're in the high speed, it's really hard to pedal as a regular bike. So if you were to run out of battery, which I doubt because it's got such a good range, you would put it all the way down in that low speed. I might have those reversed because I'm not really a bike guy. But you know what I'm talking about. One's really easy to pedal and one's not. Or if you're married to a guy like me, you just call me up and say, honey, come get me. And that's what we do, because that's what real men do for their sweeties.
Like this, you see.
So there Mom is on the bike we got
and then
together.
When you push off,
I'm going to
sit right.
take it to a bike shop and have it make all the final adjustments.
Did you forget
It does
how?
have power. Everything does work, but I'm gonna take it for a test drive. But
Hey, you
since
always
I'm not
get
a
up on
professional, I wanna have the bike shop tweak it all up, make sure everything is just right. Happy birthday, Mama.
Happy birthday.
Yay.